dog was a whole different dog. And so I want to encourage you, if you have mixed breed dogs, to be a part of that process if you think that's something you want for your dog. But what threat protection does is it opens up a whole new realm of understanding, and it encourages you through the value of the class to further the training. The more you further your dog's training, the more your dog is going to want to be a better dog for you, because he or she starts to see the reciprocation they get from you when they're doing something that pleases you. Your idea as an owner is to teach your dog the constitution and revelation of humans. The constitution and revelation of humans. Right? You are to imprint them with the constitution and revelation as it relates to the dog's life, as far as them being in the human's life. Right? Because if they break those laws, right, they go to the pound and they get euthanized. Right? They get put away. So you are responsible for teaching them that kind of thing. And when you teach them that kind of thing, they start to see, hey, wait a minute, I get to go places, I get to do things. A dog is real smart. They're not going to mess that up. You get in the car, they think they're supposed to get in the car. They're ready to go. Now, you may have to explain to them sometime, you don't get to go with me because I'm going to work. Right? But if you want a dog that can go to work with you, then further the education and quit looking for gimmicks. You know, oh, Joey's a little easty-westy today. He's not. He's really not. And it's raining. It's raining. So Joey's not really, and if you like all that sweet talk, you'll be like, yeah, I kind of thought about that myself. You don't even know what the hell you're saying. You're just agreeing with some stuff because you don't even know what to do. But I'm going to make you knowledgeable, not ignorant. Right? That's the goal. If you come to any class that I'm in, anywhere in the United States, that's going to always be the goal. Right? I usually don't do one-day classes. But 1 week classes, if you're a trainer and you want to give because Master Trainer Mike Brown, he's a trainer, right? He invited me to come because he said, I want to give my people the best. So he invited me to come to his institution and enhance his people's relationships. And he really gave me my flowers, I tell you. I didn't even want to leave. But if you are a trainer and you want that for your people, they're going to love you to death. Keeping your people away from people that are better than you at something is not going to make them love you. Right? You have relationships with people over a period of time because you gave them value they couldn't get without you. And they appreciate it. And they show that by continuing to look for things from you. If you go on the live, they're going to go on the live. Right? I didn't see one of Mike Brown's people lean toward me like I'm just going to say it, like a trader. I'm jumping ship. I'm with Grandmaster Pete Omega. I'm jumping ship. None of them did that. Those people love that man. Right? And as closed off as some of us like to be, it's not going to benefit you. It's just not going to benefit you, right? If you want to be a better master, if you want to be a better owner that's going to transition to being a master, then allow your dogs and puppies to be educated. When you educate your puppies on a professional level, not a gimmicky level, they have an attitude like, well, aren't all dogs trained? Like, why is the dog acting like that? And they looking at them, looking at you, like, what's with that guy, you know? Because they get the impression this is natural. Right? But you won't ever experience that unless you reach out and touch it. Right? Reach out and touch it. And you'll love it. You'll love it. Another subject is puppies. I've got Presa Canaros right now, and I've got a litter of puppies on the ground. And I don't know how to do this, but I want to show you those puppies. Let me see something. Yeah, I think I'll go get one after I put these two dogs up, because she ain't gonna want her pups out here with them. But I've got some Presas, and they are huge. They're only 8 days old, going on 9 days, and these are some big puppies. I mean, big, just really big, nice puppies. So if you're interested in a Presa, if you've never had one and you want to try something like this, or you have them and you want another one, or you know somebody that wants one, I have them. I've actually got probably another 2 litters coming. And I got another litter coming behind this one, and then I'll be done for a while. But it's really good bloodlines. They come from one of the top breeders in the country. And what I'm going to try to do is bring the papers out and let you see the pedigree of these puppies. And, bring the parents out and let them run around and let you see them. I just got to figure out how to turn this camera around while I'm on TikTok. Like I said, for me, I can turn it around. I'm not on TikTok, no problem. Switch it over, hit the button, bam, flip. But here, I'm trying to look at the bottom of the screen and see if there's something that I'm supposed to hit. I even hit the more button, but I don't see it. So, no, I don't see it. But anyways, we have those puppies, and pretty soon I'm gonna make them available to the public. And we have four males and 2 females, and they are really, really nice. I took them to a whelper. I didn't whelp them myself. I took them to a whelper, professional, and wow, it was a big difference. And I'm getting ready to take this other female to them in a few days, but I just didn't want to drive right back, because it's just a lot of driving. I didn't want to drive right back, so hopefully and prayerfully in a couple of days, I will be going back to drop off the other female. She may be having these puppies any day now. And but yeah, that's really what we want to focus our attention right now, is how to become, a master. And part of that process is going to be a commitment to education, right? And you doing the homework that I give you to do, right? Education, right? And you doing the homework homework that I give you to do, right? I give you homework to do, you got to do it. Because that's what's going to make you just a trainer, but a master, the master of your dog. And that's really going to build. Oh, okay. They'll let people know I'm live. So that's really going to build. That's going to really build up that relationship. I mean, you'll be sitting around with your puppy or your dog as it develops, and when you start talking, they feel like they're supposed to be part of the conversation. Dogs and puppies that run away have no relationship with their owner. And the owner never criticizes themselves. They always say it's something wrong with the dog. Right? So just imagine, let's just be a little crude. Just imagine you have a baby, right? And you say, you know, this baby's always getting on my couch. I'm going to put him on Craigslist. I'm going to get rid of him. Get out of there, boy. What the hell's wrong with you? You know, I'm going to get rid of him. Seriously, I'm getting rid of him. I told him to sit, and he wouldn't sit. I told him to come, but you don't spend no time with him. None. I mean, you just got a baby. You don't spend no time with them. They don't even know you, right? Well, that's the same thing that's going to happen with a dog or a puppy, right? Some of you got such bad relationships with your dogs and your puppies. If you got a promotion on a job, you would get rid of them in another city. The first thing you think, get rid of them. But let me tell you how you should set that up. When you get a dog or a puppy, you should have a godparent. For the lack of a better adjective, you should have a godparent. Somebody who is going to, without a doubt, take on the responsibility of that dog. You should think about all those things before you say, I want to get rid of them. Seriously. That's what you should do. You know, put all the systems in place. The dog's got to go to school. The puppy's got to go to school. Auntie, you know, because we all call our dogs like we're parents. But Auntie's going to take you to school today. Uncle's going to take you to school today. Big brother's going to take you to school today. Have a family setting around the dog, right? I'm not telling you to have damn strangers, because the dog might have to kill them, you know? So I ain't saying that. But I am saying you really don't have to worry about your dog being ruined, because dogs have very powerful senses. And when somebody's not right, it may not be a good idea for you to force your dog or puppy to like them. They may be able to see something you can't see, right? So if you come to my house and there's a problem, you got to go. I'm not training my dog for everybody that walks up so my dog can like them. I don't give a damn my dog don't like you. Who the hell are you? And that's how you got to be. Your kids got to like me. I don't understand why your son don't like me. I don't give a damn if my son don't like you. I don't give a damn if my daughter don't like you. I'm not going to have them make them like you. To hell with you. Matter of fact, don't come back. Don't bring your raggedy ass back up here. You know what I mean? And that's how you should feel about your dog. Like, stand up for your dog. Right? Stand up for your puppy. Now, over a period of time, when people see how you maintain your animal's so pretty, so loving, they're going to be like, man, I wish I had to you like that. so loving, they're gonna be like, man, I wish I had you like that because that's not my dog. A gun, you give your gun to everyone. Hey, take one down to 7-Eleven with you. Just take it. Go on for the weekend with my gun. Or whatever they catch, you gonna catch. Right? Like, come out of that Disney mentality. You'll never be a good master as long as you got an imagination that doesn't even fit reality. Some of the things you want are not even real. Right? But you want your dog to protect you, but the dog got to be friends with every damn body. You saw that on TV. That's not real. That's them cartoons that you watch, and you see dogs in the dog park, and you're like, I want my dog like that, right? No, you don't. If you got a Rottweiler, read their books. Okay, I got to get to this. Look, if you got a Rottweiler, a Connie Corso, or a Kangol, or a German Shepherd, at least read the information that was there long before you ever decide to get a dog. Don't become I have all the knowledge on a DNA. I know everything about this breed. No, you don't. You're a damn lie. You don't know nothing about that breed. Because if you did, you would read it and say, this dog is a one-person dog. This dog will love its family, but not outsiders. That's the information you automatically go to. Right? You got a car, you got a Toyota, right? You got a Honda. You're going to take your Honda or your Toyota, well, maybe it's older, but you're going to take it to a Chevy place to get it fixed. Or you're going to take it to a place where a guy fixes bikes, but he don't fix cars. That only makes sense. Right? Your dog is for you. Right? If you buy a working animal, read everything you can read about it. And don't get this inflamed information off the internet. Because it's only for your entertainment. It's not real. Okay, I got a quiz for you. I don't know if any of you guys are going to say anything or not, but it's so good. Look. What's the reality behind you going down the street? You encounter something. Your dog's out there running. And the perpetrator walks up to you. Didn't even know you had a dog. Right? And the perpetrator says, hey, look, I'm about to rob. And the perpetrator walks up to you. Didn't even know you had a dog. Right? And the perpetrator says, hey, look, I'm about to rob you. I'm about to rape you. But hold up. I forgot my sleeve and my suit in the car. Hello? No perpetrator is going to go back, knock on your door to see if you home. You just happen to be there, and the person say, hey, I came to rob the house. Man, I left my damn sleep, my suit in the car. I'm going to go get it, okay? And I'm going to come back and rob you. Listen, real dog training don't happen like that. Real dog training don't happen like that. Okay? That dog, he or she, has to be ready to protect you. I don't even give a damn if it's a pit bull. Switching gears, because it's in the defense of the pit bull. That's not my favorite dog at all. But if you never taught it anything, owner, why would you expect them to stop? There's pit bulls out there stop on a dime and leave nonsense change. You have done nothing for your dog. Your dog's life is boring. If they got out your house, they probably wouldn't even come back. Teach them something. Becoming the master of a dog involves you teaching your dog or your puppy things about humans. It's called domestication. right? If you don't teach them the seriousness of being domesticated, you're going to get rid of them. And you're going to blame them. You're not going to ever admit that you never did anything for that dog. You're not going to admit that. That's too much like right. It's going to be the dog's fault, not yours. Right? And you admitting it and taking them to the pound when nobody's making you get rid of them, you just don't want to do the work. You probably like that in life too. With other things, you don't finish nothing. Right? The idea is to finish. Right? Because I tell you, one of the greatest relationships you can have is a finished dog. And I'm not telling you everybody wants a completely trained dog like my boy Blackjack, or, I'm not saying that, but the level of training you should at least entertain is level 1, right, and level 2. So you have reasonable protection if you want that. If you don't want it, you don't want it. But you want to have outstanding obedience on and off lead. Look at him. I just said his name. Here he come running over. Go back over there. Go. 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 Right? You want to have on and off lead training. So when you go out there in the public, and you're out in one of those fields, and your dog or your puppy is running, you know when you call him or her, I'm trying to invite this person. When you call him or her, they're gonna come back to you. Right? Remember, I touched on it a little bit earlier. As dogs and puppies grow, the same things that entertained them and kept them close to you, as an adult, won't work. When they get to be about 8, 9 months old, they want more. For example, a male wants a female dog. You try stopping them with a biscuit if you want to. And don't let her be in heat. You try stopping them with a biscuit and see what happens. Right? Your dog going down the street. So you've got to have that relationship with your dog or your puppy that's continuous education. Right? That's just the reality of it. Right? A lot of times, some people don't want to say it because it involves money. Well, I don't care about saying it. You're not going to get anything worthwhile if you don't pay for it. I don't even give free classes, right? Because people that go to free classes are not focused. They don't want anything real. And I've been around long enough to say that. Like, if I'd only been around 5 years or something, maybe I couldn't say that. But I've been around. I'm 66 years old, okay? And I've been training dogs since I was 10. And I only advertised over 40 years, right? So I'm just letting you know, when I say I know, I know. I will qualify a statement if I say I think, right? That means I have not done enough homework to actually make a statement that I can stand on, right? But if I say I know, that's from experience. And over a ratio of time as far as people are concerned, and habits, they're usually not too far off. Right? That one dog, that mixed breed, threw me off completely. I mean, I got one woof woof out that dog, and I was like, yeah, I could do this. And I got him to do it in 5 days. 5 days. Right? That's a good measuring stick. right? I put your dog in a class with me for 5 days, and you walk out of it with something way better than you had, right? Right? Something you have confidence in. If you don't have obedience on your dogs and you want to join some of my classes, I would highly recommend that you get an obedience class. Now, I got to tell you a little something. I don't like to mix commercials with my conversations like this, but I have to say, I don't use choke chains. I don't use spike collars. My dogs have on a couple choke chains right now, but not for training. I don't use spike collars. I don't use electric collars. And I don't give dogs treats. I will give treats to puppies, but not to dogs. Okay? We have, in part of my technique, we give young puppies transitioning into being dogs, we'll give them treats. But only for one reason, right? Right? We call it an antidepressant. Okay? The idea is that a dog is sleeping. That if you give him or her a treat, they will forgive you instantly. Everything that went wrong is wiped clean. And doubt is erased, and the tail comes up. And the head comes up, and the eyes perk up. And every now and then you have to give it to them, right? Just for Pete's sakes, right? You have to give it to them, right? Just to keep that head up, just to keep those, that, I tell you, if you want to really display your ability as a trainer, and you don't have this, and you can admit it to yourself, and you want to improve for the quality, display your ability as a trainer, and you don't have this, and you can admit it to yourself, and you want to improve for the quality of people that you get, you want to give them the best, take a class. I'll give you a class. I'll tell you. Right? You always want to put vinegar in your dog or puppy. A puppy and a dog should not leave the class claiming to be finished and tail not wagging. That tail needs to be wagging. That head needs to be up. Right? That should be your major focus, especially with a puppy. Right? The other thing I'm going to tell you owners, because some of y'all, very few, I don't get very many like this, but trust the process. Trust the process. It's not the same for every dog, but trust the process. It is a process. Okay, let me give you an example. If you're an honest person, you can answer this question. What is this? Refresh. Okay, I don't know what that means. Refresh. Oh. I do not know what they're asking me. What? How do you do this? Okay. I guess they had me do a verification that I want to continue. So that kind of get me off track a little bit. But trust the process. Every dog and puppy's not the same. Okay? So trust the process. Don't give in to your puppy or your dog. Okay, here it is. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So remember how even you, had a first day of school? Now, kids that have a lot of brothers and sisters probably have less problems with this. But some kids have a problem. Going to first day is like murder. They're screaming, little kindergartners, they're screaming and crying, and I don't want to go in there. 2 days. I met my best friend. My best friend's name is Sheila, and she's my bestest friend in the whole wide world in 2 damn days. Okay? Listen, trust the process. No, they're not going to be all warm and fuzzy and kissy sometimes right off the bat. But if you trust the process, the puppy or the dog will be at the door waiting on you. Come on, let's go. I'm ready to go to school. Right? It might be a rough school day for them. Right? They're not going to be singing hallelujah every day. But when that puppy or dog is finished, and you want that puppy or dog that you can say 1, 2, 3, and they respond, right? And they respond happily, right? And you'll get that kind of response, and you'll feel that way if you avoid gimmicks. Right? You gotta avoid gimmicks. All that stuff is not for the dog, that's for you. That's entertainment for your eyeballs. It's like some of this dog food, right? Those are what I call commercial brands, right? They're made up, packaged up. Everything about how they look is for you. No dog has ever went in the store and picked a bag of dog food, right? So that stuff is marketed to the owner, not for the dog. So avoid those things. Avoid gimmicks, right? Avoid not trusting the process, right? Trust the process. In about 3 weeks, right? Maybe 4, you'll start to see your dog or your puppy change. And the good thing about working with me, I can't speak for but maybe a couple of guys like Mike Brown, okay? The good thing about working with me or somebody like Mike Brown is when they train your dog, that dog's not going to go back. You ever heard somebody say, my dog used to be trained? Your dog never was trained. Never was. They don't go back. Once they're done, they're done. Okay? So don't forget me on the puppies. They're not ready really for the pup right now. Like I said, they're like 8 days. And pretty soon people will get a chance to pick and see which puppy they want. Obviously, I'll be on live to help promote that process. If you'd like to take a class with me, by all means, get in my inbox, and I'd be happy to take care of you. I don't think there's anything else. I do a lot of lecturing. I do a lot of question answering. Because pretty much if I am lecturing,